Hi, welcome to this unexpected recording. I've just finished facilitating an open hand Ascension Exchange where we very strongly connected with dragon energy. It is diminishing now, the energy is still here. And yeah, that was certainly some kind of dragon coming through in light language. Yeah, okay, so I feel to say it. That's a female white dragon. Inviting all who resonate to connect with her, to join her in her dance. To the highest benefit of all. Thank you. Thank you. So she's withdrawing again a little bit. Still here with me. Let's make this recording a sharing with dragon energy. And we'll see where that leads us. So during the exchange, a lot of people shared their journeys, their challenges, what they're working on. And my role in that gathering was to hold the space, to empathize, to channel out density and entities that were released, and to hold space for aligned energies to come in. And so in tuning in with people, there were a number of things highlighted in my consciousness that I felt, that I shared to a degree in the exchange, but I also felt to share with a wider audience, because I feel that these are things that might benefit many people. One of the things shared was a feeling of exhaustion. It's like the energies are full on all the time, and I keep doing, and I'm just tired, I'm exhausted, I'm physically exhausted, emotionally, mentally, spiritually exhausted. And I can't find my way out of this. My own inquiry over the last month has brought something similar to light. There was a lot of change in the external, a lot of 3D related things. And at times I felt this sense of, I can't do this anymore. It's just too much. Please stop it. Please stop it. Give me a break. And I'm already doing so much all the time. How am I supposed to do this now on top of everything else? So if that resonates with you, here's something to ask yourself. It's something that I asked myself, that I discovered as I tuned into this sense of exhaustion, of overwhelm, of being at the end of my rope and like breaking down in tears because it's all too much and I can't do this anymore. What I found at the bottom of all of this, as I went through the emotional layers, the mental layers, the physical layers, right at the bottom, it was resistance. I was resisting the flow to a degree that I wasn't even aware of doing it, but I was resisting. And so I asked myself, what is it that I am resisting? And I started feeling even more overwhelmed. And I caught that moment when I felt even more overwhelmed, and I asked myself, so why? What about my question makes you even feel more overwhelmed? Oh, it's just so much on top of everything. That which is causing you all that stress, that sense of weight that you're carrying, can you let that go? Can you let that go? Yeah. And then the most amazing thing happened. This sense of overwhelm, the internal tightness that came with it, disappeared. The tightness unraveled. The sense of overwhelm vanished. The exhaustion disappeared. Because I've been resisting. There had been a movement, and for whatever reason, some level of my consciousness had been resisting that movement. And the movement was strong, and because it was so strong, it took a lot of power to resist that, to hold that back. And the moment I asked, so can I stop that resistance? What exactly am I resisting? There were several things for me to work through. But ultimately, then what the realization that landed, everything that caused the overwhelm was based on the resistance. Drop the resistance, the overwhelm disappears. And suddenly there is space in your consciousness for that realization, okay, so that was the movement. There is the movement. And I'm going with it. And I can go with it. Wow. How amazing. How amazing. So if you resonate with exhaustion on any level, maybe try asking yourself that question. It might be worthwhile exploring, what am I resisting? The second thing that really highlighted up in my consciousness, because it's part of my own inquiry at the moment, was the mention of these times require you to be all in. It's not this is my day-to-day life, this is my spirituality, and I'm doing my day job here and my spirituality afterwards in my free time. This is not going to work anymore. If it has ever worked, I doubt that a bit. It's certainly not going to work anymore. And now this is something for everyone who is in a matrix job, who is in a 9 to 5, who finds themselves being drawn back into a 9 to 5 because of resources of finances, and feeling resistance to it because there is a judgment of the 3D of the matrix as this is not spiritual, this is wrong somehow, I shouldn't be doing this. And you're right, in an ideal world you wouldn't be engaging in any way, shape or form with a soul-sucking construct like the matrix. However, you are incarnated here in a world that has a matrix like that, a construct like that. You're here for a reason. And I'm wondering whether one of that reasons might not be finding aligned, conscious, fully embodied ways of navigating in and through the matrix. That is my inquiry at the moment. I started a new job. I'm currently looking for a new place to stay more permanently. And I can feel the changes in my energy field where the 3D energies are coming in, are hooking in, where my field is slowing down because it's relating to the lower vibrations of the 3D. And sometimes there is a knee-jerk reaction of, I don't want that. Go away. Everything that you push away, you give energy to. Everything that you push away, you engage with. So instead of pushing it away, bringing it in and feeling, inquiring, asking, how can I be authentic myself in this? Ultimately, it's not your day job here and your spirituality over there. Your day job is your spirituality. Your day job is your spiritual journey. You wouldn't have manifested it otherwise. So acquire not just, why am I in this role? Why am I in this job? Why am I not living in abundance that allows me to do whatever my soul feels drawn to? I have found that these questions are very, very much coming from the ego. They're not coming from higher self. Higher self doesn't care about these things. They're coming from the ego. It's the ego that wants abundance, the ego that wants to do whatever the soul feels drawn to. Look, you are in a 3D job, right? Your soul was drawn to the 3D job. If you're in that situation, either you've gone there completely unconscious, and then your journey is probably to regain consciousness, to regain sovereignty and unravel out of that, or bring consciousness into the role. You might be in exactly the right place. That is to your highest benefit in your spiritual evolution. And it's the mind that says, I don't want that. That's a great way of derailing yourself. So if you can, and this may sound, I may make it sound easy. It is not. It takes a lot of work to get to the point where you look at your regular 9 to 5 and it's like, okay, I can see. I see not just with these eyes, but I can see with this. I can see into the energy field. I can see there is a distortion, there is a tightness, there is a convolution. If I go unconscious, I will bang right into them, which will then in life translate into challenges, drama, issues, problems. Can I find, instead of banging in there, can I stay conscious and navigate around? Can I find a way around? Is there a way around? And if there's no way around, okay, how can I then deal with that seeming obstacle? If I can't go around it, can I go through it? Can I go right into that convolution and bring my consciousness into the convolution and expand through? If you've been doing open heart work in any way, shape or form, you would probably have heard guidance shared like that. When it comes to doing the work within a retreat or in a one-to-one, you go right in, you bring consciousness in, and you expand through, you explode the myth. And I have found that I have seen that to a degree in myself, yes, and to a degree in other people as well. When we're looking for our next spiritual evolution, we're always kind of looking out there. So where's the big challenge? It's not out there, it's here, it's right here. It's your 9 to 5 in the matrix job that may not even earn you enough resources to live comfortably, to cover your needs at the very least. It is right there. It is right there in that role with your partner. It's right there in the challenges with your children, with your friends. It's right there. It's not somewhere out there. You don't have to go look for it. It's right here. Your spiritual journey is not out there. Your spiritual journey is right here. Your job is your journey. And if you're resisting that, ask yourself the question, what is it inside of you that makes you resist? So in case if you're wondering what you're doing there, that was dragon clearing the field. I have one more thing to share with you. One more reflection that came up in the exchange. And that is, if there is a conflict between family members, you in the child position, so with parents, grandparents, aunts, uncles, if there is challenge, if there is conflict, if they piss you off, push all your buttons and make you like really, really mad. Again, ask yourself, who is reacting internally? I have a family member who has a gift, and I don't mean this ironically, I mean this honestly. That family member has a gift of pushing my buttons. It's beautiful, it's amazing. They make me so mad. Every time. And in that, the reflection was, what reacted inside was the inner teenager. So it wasn't really me present, it was the teenager, the identity of the inner teenager. Because you might have noticed, you've finished working with the inner child, and then comes the inner teenager. And the inner teenager is very likely really, really, really mad. And that then invites work. So yeah, if you manage to always get into conflict with your mother or your father or a family member of an older generation, if just picking up the phone tightens you in knots, question, who is it inside that is reacting like that? Is it the child? If there is a lot of anger, there's a strong likelihood it's the teenager. And then you can work with the teenager. And I have found, unlike the child, the inner child, who quite a lot of time doesn't even understand what exactly is going on, the inner teenager, once you have managed to gain their trust, they will work with you. They will really pull together with you. Because they're tired of being mad. Or at least my inner teenager, she's tired of being mad. She just like, she'd really like to stop being mad all the time. And then doing all kinds of things to not feel mad, eat junk food, binge read, these kinds of things. She'd really like to be able to let go of that. So we're working on that. So that's what I wanted to share from today's exchange. The things that came up that I felt to put into words. I'm laughing because there's still yeah. Thank you for listening. Dragon and I were pleased to connect with you. And now figure out how to turn it off.